He likes to bully, as probably lots of the top players do.
Yeah, a fantastic front runner too.
Yes.
Ominous in that respect, yeah. OK, back we go to Dennis and John.
He's so nice in the studio, Steve Davis. He's one of the biggest bullies we've ever played, John.
Yes, if he was 6-0 up, he wanted to be 9-0 up. And that's what the great champions have, that desire to keep you in your place.
Great Ray Reardon had a great knack of doing that. Walked around the table as if he owned the venue. And that's what you've got to do. Hawkeye just showing you that there's this fairly straightforward safety shot, but there's also that red there that he can pass the blue to take on. Now this is a Mark Selby special, but he's had precious little table time. Well played.
One.
Needs to pull up. Needs to pull up. He's only going to score 6 from it. Wanted to be on the red near the black spot and didn't quite get enough side on it. That's where he wanted to finish, where the other white is there.
Mark Selby 6.
Wembley Arena crowd have certainly enjoyed the start to this match. Maybe the Mark Selby fans not quite enjoying it so much, but they appreciate good snooker, and Mark Selby, every time he plays a good shot, getting an equally good response from this audience.
He does actually spend quite a bit of time practicing those thin shots for his safety, Ronnie. I've seen him on the practice table spending half an hour now and again just trying to hit the balls as thin as possible, so it is something you can practice, and he does.
Well, Mark Selby obviously hasn't been practicing them as much as Ronnie, because
Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
I think he's okay though. It's costing him 4 points, but is there a possible plant on? Oh, that was close. No plant on, so that's the 2 that I thought might be a plant, but Ronnie having it replaced.
Quite a big area down there, green and brown again, so Ronnie will play the safety shot off the side of the pack, maybe with a little bit of side down the table, somewhere behind the brown. As I say, the green is also there, so it is a big target, this.
That's a possibility of swinging around the angles with lots of side. He's played it off 2 cushions, but
yes, he actually got too much side on that one, I think. But both players very wary of promoting a red towards the corner pocket. They know every time they play a safety shot, you can see Mark Selby looking at the pack there, he's just making sure that nothing is going to come out and go towards the corner pocket and leave an opportunity.
might be looking at a, believe it or not, a 4-ball plant. And let's have a look. It's going to the right of the pocket. This could come off because he will squeeze it. Let's have a look. See, squeeze the red into the pocket. Well picked out. Look at the cue ball.
One.
Well, good in one way and poor in another, Dennis, isn't it? If you think that shot's on, why have you not played wholeheartedly for the brown the other side? Good shot. I know it's done fantastically well to pick it out. Surely
Right,
there was an
Selby.
argument for playing with a little bit of side there and making sure that you were going to be on the brown.
I'll tell you what, that was a delicate little shot he played onto the brown. It was so easy to push that. He was so close to the brown. See, the red was going to the right side of the pocket. He hits it on the left side and it squeezes it into the middle of the pocket. He's looking to see if he can get to the red behind the black spot. But he was very close to this here, and that was very delicately played. So easy to push that, John.
Yeah, it was really well played. He certainly got Ronnie in a spot of bother. Of that there's no doubt.
Yeah, to try and land on the red that I mentioned behind the black spot, he'd have to go a couple of times across the table, and if he doesn't judge it correctly, he's going to leave a pot on. The blue's slightly in the way. Wasn't a bad effort. Is it going to reach?
Foul.
Can he pick
Mark
the
Selby.
same line out again, though, with a little bit more pace?
Well, Mark's coming to the table, but you can bet your bottom dollar Ronnie's going back behind the brown here. Very good attempt that was. I'm sure it'll be the same shot.
That's the sort of line he was going. Can he judge it this time?
Foul. And a miss. Mark Selby 4.
Now, has it gone far enough for Mark to cut this back into the left corner?
Well, I think if there's any chance of this being potted, Mark will take it on, because at some point you think Ronnie will get that escape right, Dennis, and you might end up with no pot at all. So if you've got this one, take it on.
One.
Very well played. Perfect position on the blue. Now, Mark, you've got to go to work.
I'm not sure if the pink's
6.
available into the left corner. The red next to it would be blocking it. Not easy to get on the black from that situation.
Yes, one of those typical chances you get, Dennis, when you're just cold into a match, isn't it? And there always seems to be balls blocking each other, and you never seem to get a really good chance in front of you when you're trying to fight your way back into a match. And I know it's only 2-0 at the moment, but it's a very important part of it.
Oh, he's got a bit of an angle here. Just wondering if he can develop the black.
7.
Might be able to.
Yes, that was well sorted out.
And that's the one spot that he could just get through to the potting angle. Well picked out.
$14.
The 2 reds. Possible plant. He's got the easy red to go back for the blue, but
15.
the cannon hasn't worked out as he intended. It looks as if he's going to cannon the red when potting this blue, so this could go slightly wrong. He'll want to develop the red when he cannons it, and he's okay. Well played.
20.
Better shot than it looked, that one. Amount of times you take your eye off that, looking at the red instead of the blue. And this has developed from a couple of shots ago looking a little bit tricky. It's not a bad chance at all. And all this opportunity has come from Mark Selby spotting that 4-ball plant, Dennis. Well sorted out that was.
A scheduled 8 frames in this afternoon session, and a possible further 10 this evening. I think the black is only available
24.
into one corner pocket, so he might not necessarily be on this red to get onto it. If it goes past the red into the right corner, that'll be a bonus. You can see he's almost straight on that, so he's going to have to concentrate on the pink here.
Yes, little soft stun there from the bottom red into the one onto its left, and leaves the pink available into the middle pocket.
$25.
Well, didn't have to play the cannon there. Still perfectly all right.
$31. $32.
That certainly helps the situation now. You'll still be able to pot the red. Black will go as close to its own spot in a direct line behind it because all the other spots are occupied, but it doesn't interfere with this pot.
39.
I think it's important for
40.
Mark to win this frame with one visit, John.
Absolutely, Dennis. Not only for his own confidence, but to show his opponent that he's in for a match today. And this has been a fabulous response from Mark Selby, as the boys mentioned in the studio. Kept cold,
45.
hasn't seen a lot of table, so this is very good.
$46.
He's not only a very good tactical player, Mark Selby,
53.
as far as centuries goes. He's made just over 50 centuries in the last 2 seasons.
$54.
Yes, we talk about players like Joe Perry and Alistair Carter being improvers. Nobody's improved more than Mark Selby. Cue action's far better than it used to be. It's much more compact.
59.
Puts the tip up to the white now, you can see. Used to cue up miles behind the cue ball and have a very long and flailing cue action, but not now. It's very good. And there's a lot less can go wrong.
67. 68. 75. 76.
'Well, playing an exhibition type shot, get the pink back on the spot. Easy to get to the last red from the blue, but he wanted the pink back on his spot for some reason.
82.
Oh, he is called the Hoover. He's just tidying up a bit, Dennis.
Didn't get on the red though as he intended. It would have been easier from the blue to get on this red. So no century
82
break.
and a frame.
But what a magnificent response from Mark Selby. He was kept out for the first 2 frames, and Vicky, his girlfriend, was smiling away there. That break of 82 gets him back. He's just 1 behind, and it was all done there with a shot that he picked out, a 4-ball plant. You don't often see those, and he had to make it. As you can see, it wasn't in a direct line with the pocket. It was going to the right of the pocket, but the way he played the shot, he squeezed it and potted it right into the center of the pocket. And we'll just show you the outcome of this plant. Okay, he didn't drop on the brown to pot it, but he tucked up in behind it, and that was the shot that gave him this frame.